Hi kids. It is Wednesday, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I hope that means that everyone is super duper reflective on all the things that you're grateful for. I know that what I feel called to share with you all today, this morning, is an abundance of gratitude for these last couple months. For those who don't know, I took a leave of absence from my job, which might have been one of the hardest things to do outside of childbirth. But I had the courage to ask for help, and I took a leave of absence from my job, and I participated in an intensive outpatient program, mental health focused. And for those of you who also may not know, my job that I took a leave from is running an IOP, specifically for substance abuse, but we deal with mental health all the same. And so for the first time, I've been in therapy forever, but for the first time, I was not a clinician leading a group. I was not a supervisor overseeing a clinician leading a group. I was not an administrator who had created the group. I was a group participant. And for the first time in a very long time, maybe ever, I allowed for the process to consume me. I didn't want to control it. I did. I wanted to control it, but I didn't. I prayed every day, and I did a lot of meditation around releasing control. And for those out there right now who might be thinking, like, I'm stuck, I couldn't possibly, oh, wouldn't that be nice? Whatever those thoughts are in your head when you hear something like what I just shared, and the conditioned self, your mind jumps in and says, you can't do that. That's great that Katie can do that, but you can't do that. Katie only has one kid. You've got 3. Katie must have had savings. You don't have any of that. Whatever the noise and the chatter is telling you, like, you can't take care of yourself. I will just say that I am grateful that I allowed that noise to silence enough so that I could ask for help. And so I'm on my way. I'm returning to work on Monday. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like because I feel like I'm a different human being. The last 2 months have been a spiritual journey as much as a mental health journey, and I think they're connected, obviously. I don't want to say they're one and the same, but they can be. And so these last couple months of reflecting and realizing that I don't have to do and produce stuff and things in order to have worth. Connecting with my spirit guides, my higher power, the God of my understanding, which rocks my world and loves me with this unbounded love that I will never understand. But connecting with all of those things has brought me to a new place. And so I wanted to share that you too can ask for help. You too can stop whatever the crazy is. You too can press pause, and you are worthy of taking a break. And there will be people out there who will say, if everyone took a break, not everyone can do that. You aren't special to be able to do that. Those people are not your people, and those people do not matter. I don't care if it's your mom and dad. I don't care if it's your spouse. If those people are saying those types of things, they are not your people, because you do deserve time away. And it shouldn't be this ridiculous luxury to take care of your mental health. So today, my gift to you all is myself. Just kidding. But it's my story, because you too can do this. If I can do this, if I can be a former CEO, an executive director of a treatment program, and go to treatment, I don't know what's holding you back. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm gonna pull 3 cards. We're gonna see what the universe has to say. 2 and 3. Okay. Obedience. I don't love this card because I prefer to be a rule breaker and a little bit rebellious, and but there it is, obedience. Harmony. I don't have much harmony, at least when I sing. Oh, and patience. I don't like this card hardly ever either, but let's see what the message is, because I think there's actually a really beautiful message in obedience, harmony, and patience. Let me see if I can hold these up so you can see them. Okay, and it might be backwards. I don't know, maybe I won't try. Obedience, harmony, and patience. For my story, obedience was to get out of the way. I had nudges and taps and tugs and signs, messages for months, if not years, to stop the madness that I was engaging in of perfectionism and ambition and achievement and striving, and it damn near killed me. And so when I remembered who I am and whose I am, and I became obedient to just doing whatever the next indicated thing was, and that really was going through treatment. It was just going through treatment and showing up and not being a know-it-all and not being a smartass and not being ego-driven or shame-filled, but rather just showing up as Katie. And doing that, following that, has been one of the biggest gifts. So I felt like I was obedient in that, and that was really hard. Harmony, I think that we have lost a sense of like the value of harmony. We live in this world of everything's kind of chaotic and busy, and we just, like, nothing's in not nothing. Very little is in tune. And when I say in tune, I'm like peaceful, in flow, no resistance, ease. Not easy, but things happen with ease. We have basically co-signed that bullshit that says life is hard, and I don't get what I want or what I need, and everyone's tired and everyone's busy, so suck it up, buttercup, and just pull up your britches and deal with it. That's not harmony. And I tell you, if that is what you feel like your God or your higher power or your spirit guides want for you, you need to return your higher power and exchange it for a better one. Because that is not what the universe wants for us. The universe does not want us to be in chaos and busyness and rush and hurry and angst and right? Like all of this frenetic energy. It wants harmony. It wants harmony. And we want harmony. Tell me you don't want harmony. You can't. I don't know a soul out there who does not want peace and harmony on some level. So, harmony and patience. When I first asked for time off, I really wanted to like fix myself rather quickly. I wanted to really speed that process along, and because I'm an overachiever, I felt like I was going to recover and like work through this stuff a lot faster than the average bear. And I love that I had to have patience. I mean, I hated it and I loved it. I hate it when I'm going through it. I love it after the fact, because I feel like the gift was able to marinate, kind of like that caterpillar in the cocoon. I mean, if I'm the dumbass caterpillar that tries to get out of the cocoon before it's time, like before I've been baked and like I haven't been cooked long enough, and I come out and I'm like just still mush. But like the patience of staying in it and staying with it and loving yourself through it and having patience knowing that there is going to be a time where you will come out the other side. It's like a beautiful butterfly. And I know that's somewhat cliche, but I don't care. When we have the patience to just let things be the way that they are meant to be without our hands in it, controlling it. And for those of you who have had great success by having your hands in stuff and controlling it, this is gonna be really hard. But guess what? We can do hard things. I believe it in the core of my being and my soul, I believe that we can do hard things. I believe that we're better for it. And it doesn't have to be filled with sadness and darkness and depression and hopelessness. And you can choose that. And I would not say that anybody who's currently feeling that way, that you're consciously choosing it. But I do think that there are things that you can do to consciously choose a different way. You don't have to follow all the rules that people have told you that you had to follow. Women, you do not have to be small and think small and act small and be quiet and submissive. You don't have to do that. I don't care what your religion says. I don't care what your family has said. You don't. We can create new rules. And so I could go on, obviously, for a long time about this. I'm very passionate about it, but I'm giving to you the gift of permission and vulnerability to ask for the help that you need. Take the time away to do the work that you need to do on yourself. And know that your worth is not dependent on what you're producing or what you're achieving. You are worthy just because you are here, period. So, obedience, harmony, patience. Go love yourself today. Happy Thanksgiving.